Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Funke Afolabi Brown. Cheers. Today we're talking about hydration and sleep. So as we know, water is essential for life. It's important for vital functions in our body. It's important for us to stay alive, for all the bodily functions to work appropriately, right? And the thing about it is that with sleep, we actually have what you call insensible water losses. And so what this is just, through evaporation, right? Through breathing, just by staying in bed and breathing either through your nose or through your mouth, you may find out that you feel a bit dehydrated. And also, if you're someone who sweats a lot, then you're more likely to wake up feeling even more, dehydrated. And the way our body works is that there are, towards the latter part of the night, the circadian rhythm kicks in and triggers our body to produce a hormone called vasopressin. And what that does is actually helps retain more fluid in our bodies. So if you have sleep issues, you may have you may be more prone to being dehydrated. So it's like this vicious cycle. If you don't sleep well, you're more likely to get dehydrated. And then if you drink too much water, then you may be waking up frequently, urinating, and that can disrupt your sleep. And so the best thing would be to be well hydrated and to sleep well. So we're going to be really talking about those two things. Now, what are the benefits of drinking before you go to sleep? I think there are some benefits. One, you're decreasing that chance of being dehydrated. Two, you're probably decreasing the chance of having headaches or waking up with a dry mouth, which can also disrupt your sleep. And three, just having some water as part of your routine. There's really nothing wrong with it. And then finally, when you drink water and you're well hydrated, you can actually help promote that drop in your core body temperature that would help your sleep. So they're all good things with drinking, adequately and making sure that you're hydrated for sleep. But then on the flip side, there are some things you just have to be aware of. If you drink a lot of water during the evening, right? If, for instance, right, there's the recommendations for the number of ounces we should drink in a day, which, on average, they talk about half to 1 ounce per your weight in pounds, right? So if you're 200 pounds, for instance, you maybe need drinking about 100 ounces. So that varies honestly based on weight, based on your activity, based on if you're male or female. So there are a lot of things that go into that equation. And overall, people will also talk about take 6 to 8 ounce glasses or cups of water a day. It's an estimate, give or take. Anyway, that's something that if you've done well during the day, then you don't have to shift most of your water intake to the evening. Because if that's what's happening when you're drinking a lot more water in the evening, then the chance of you waking up in the middle of the night because your sleep cycle is disrupted is higher. And then the other thing that can happen is if you're prone to bedwetting or you have a child that's prone to bedwetting, if they drink a lot of water before bed, then they're more likely to have, accidents and things like that. So water is good. But then if you drink all of it before bedtime, then it may not be optimal. So then how can we optimize sleep hydration? How can we make sure we're well hydrated, whereby we sleep well, right? And that we are not taking so much water that it's interrupting our sleep. The first thing is maintain good sleep habits. This way, you're aiming for adequate amount of sleep. So you're going to let your body do the natural thing it does. You're going to let that hormone vasopressin kick in and regulate your fluid concentration, your kidney function and things like that. So that's good. So you want to maintain very, very good sleep and healthy sleep habits. That's always key. The second thing is make sure that you're drinking enough during the day. So this way, you're not saving all your water intake for the evening. You're not like, oh my goodness, I didn't get my 8, glasses of water. I'm going to drink 4 now to catch up, because that's probably going to interrupt your sleep. So try to drink through the day consistently. And you may need to set alert. You may need reminders. You may need to have a system in place to remind you to do that. But that way you are sort of building on it. And then the third is you do want to decrease your water intake in the evening because you've drank well at night. So even if you need a little bit of water, you do want to make sure that you're not taking too much in the evening. One thing I do recommend though, because I always notice that many times people tend to wake up at night and feel a bit like, their mouth is dry or they feel a bit dehydrated. So having a cup of water right by your bedside is perfectly fine to just take little sips in case you wake up and you start to feel dehydrated. Remember, you have that insensible water loss that's going on. So that's the third thing. Decrease fluid intake at night, and it's okay to have a cup just as needed by your bedside, or a glass by your bedside to drink if you need to. Then the fourth thing is you want to avoid having too many sugary drinks and things like that before bed, because what that serves is it serves as a diuretic. So some of those things you want to avoid: sugary drinks, caffeine, as well as alcohol. All those things serve as what we call diuretics, in the sense that they help you to, need to pee more frequently. So you want to try to avoid that in the evening. And then the fifth one now would be, what I would recommend is maintaining a very good room temperature. So if your room temperature is cool, right? I am a fan of advocating for a bedroom that is cool. And so when I'm saying cool, is anywhere from a temperature ranging from, say, about 65 degrees to about 72 degrees Fahrenheit. Some people need even colder, right? It's not uncomfortably cold where you're shivering, but it's really nice and cool. What that will do is it will decrease that insensible water loss that you're prone to at night, decrease the sweating and things like that. So keeping your room temperature really cool is very helpful. And then finally, that's the sixth one, would be to talk to your doctor. You may be on medications, or you may have a medical condition that is making you more prone to using the bathroom. And in that case, of course, taking water may make it worse, but then it may be possible to maybe shift the timing of your medication. It may be possible to have changes, especially if you notice that you're needing to use the bathroom very frequently at nighttime. And so those are things that you may want to actually pay attention to. So I hope this has been helpful. Definitely stay hydrated to promote good sleep, and make sure that while you're staying hydrated, it doesn't end up interrupting your sleep. If it has, I would love it if you like this video, if you click the subscribe button, so that way when new content comes up, you will be the first to know. And then also there's a bell. So hit that bell so that when my new content comes up, you will be notified. And share this with your community. Share this with people who you feel are, may benefit from better sleep, one habit change at a time. So until next time, I hope you rest well.